Why Michael Jordan is not the undisputed GOAT. Welcome back to Unfiltered and Off Script. I'm your host, Jason Vaughan, and today we're taking on one of the biggest debates in sports. Is Michael Jordan really the greatest basketball player of all time? Before anybody gets upset, this is not disrespect. Jordan is unquestionably one of the greatest players ever. He has a real argument for number one. But having a strong case is not the same as being the automatic answer. Jordan won 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 10 scoring titles, and a Defensive Player of the Year award. He made 9 all-defensive first teams and finished with the highest regular season scoring average in NBA history at 30.1 points per game. In the playoffs, he averaged 33.4 points, also the highest ever. That resume is incredible, but it still does not settle the debate. Let's start with scoring. Jordan was an elite scorer, but his scoring came with extremely high volume. He attempted 24,537 field goals in his career and led the league in field goal attempts per game 9 times. In 9 of his 10 scoring title seasons, he also led the league in shots attempted per game. That does not mean he was inefficient. Jordan shot 49.7% from the field and had a career true shooting percentage around 56.9%. It means his scoring dominance came from a combination of skill, stamina, and a massive offensive workload. However, Jordan is not the NBA's all-time leader in shot attempts or missed shots. That claim is inaccurate. The stronger point is that he scored at a historic rate while carrying one of the heaviest shooting loads in league history. Now compare that with LeBron James. Jordan scored 32,292 regular season points, collected 6,672 rebounds, and recorded 5,633 assists in 1,072 games. By the end of the 2025-26 regular season, LeBron had 43,440 points, 12,095 rebounds, and 12,016 assists. He had more than 11,000 additional points, over 5,000 more rebounds, and more than 6,000 additional assists. Jordan was the better scorer per game. LeBron produced far more total offense across a much longer career, while also serving as a primary playmaker and rebounder. That creates an important question. Do you value a higher peak or greater longevity? If peak dominance matters most, Jordan may have the advantage. If total career value, versatility, and sustained excellence matter, LeBron has a powerful argument. Longevity should not be dismissed. Staying elite through different teammates, coaches, systems, opponents, rule changes, and physical decline is part of greatness. A player's career does not stop counting when his prime ends. Now let's talk championships. Jordan won 6 rings, but 6 is not the record. Bill Russell won 11 championships in 13 seasons, including 8 in a row. He also won 5 MVP awards. If rings are the deciding factor, then Russell, not Jordan, should be the GOAT. Some people respond by saying Russell played in an earlier era with fewer teams. That context is fair. But once context is allowed to explain why Russell's 11 rings do not automatically beat Jordan's 6, context must also be allowed when comparing Jordan to LeBron, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and everyone else. You cannot say rings are everything when Jordan has more than LeBron, then say rings need context when Russell has more than Jordan. The standard has to remain consistent. Kareem also won 6 championships, matching Jordan, and he won 6 regular season MVPs, one more than Jordan and the most in NBA history. Kareem also remained productive across multiple eras and contributed to championship teams at different stages of his career. Championships matter, but they are team achievements. Jordan needed Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson, Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman, and a championship-level organization. That is not an insult. Every great player needed help. LeBron needed stars such as Dwyane Wade, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, and Anthony Davis. Magic Johnson needed Kareem and James Worthy. Russell played with multiple Hall of Famers. Stephen Curry needed Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and, for 2 titles, Kevin Durant. No one wins alone. When Jordan first retired, the 1993-94 Bulls still went 55-27 and reached Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Scottie Pippen finished 3rd in MVP voting. That does not prove the Bulls were just as good without Jordan. They were not. Jordan was the difference between a strong playoff team and a dynasty, but it does prove he played for a deep, well-coached, and highly competitive organization. Now let's examine the famous 6-0 argument. Jordan reached the finals 6 times and won all 6. That is phenomenal. He also won finals MVP every time, but 6-0 is his finals record, not his entire playoff record. Jordan lost playoff series before reaching the finals. The Celtics eliminated him. The Detroit Pistons eliminated Chicago 3 straight times. Orlando eliminated the Bulls after Jordan returned in 1995. Those losses do not erase his greatness, but they still count. A player should not receive extra credit for losing before the finals instead of losing in the finals. Reaching the finals and losing is generally better than being eliminated earlier. So when people use LeBron's finals losses against him, they should also acknowledge that he reached the final round more often. Jordan converted every finals appearance into a championship. LeBron created more total finals appearances. Those are different accomplishments. Versatility also matters. Jordan was a capable passer and excellent defender, but his primary role was scoring. LeBron has spent much of his career as both his team's leading scorer and primary playmaker. Magic Johnson controlled games through passing. Kareem dominated through scoring, rebounding, and rim protection. Bill Russell transformed defense and rebounding. Tim Duncan anchored a contender for almost 2 decades. Hakeem Olajuwon combined elite scoring with historically great defense. Jordan's combination of scoring, athleticism, footwork, perimeter defense, and postseason shot creation may be the best ever. But greatness can be expressed in different ways. Efficiency also requires context. Jordan's career true shooting percentage was about 56.9%. LeBron's has been higher, but they played in different eras. Jordan operated in a league with less spacing, fewer three-point attempts, and more mid-range offense. LeBron has played much of his career in a league built around spacing, three-point shooting, and attacks at the rim. Neither comparison is perfect. Modern players benefit from advanced training, recovery, and sports science. Earlier players competed without many of those advantages. At the same time, modern defenses cover more space and offenses demand greater positional versatility. We cannot scientifically transport one player into another era. Saying Jordan definitely would dominate today is an opinion. Saying LeBron definitely would dominate Jordan's era is also an opinion. What we can compare are their actual accomplishments. Jordan has the stronger case in scoring average, scoring titles, finals record, finals MVPs, and championship peak. LeBron has the stronger case in longevity, total points, total rebounds, total assists, playmaking, and all-around career production. Russell has the strongest championship argument. Kareem has the most MVP awards and matched Jordan's 6 championships. That is why Michael Jordan cannot objectively be called the unquestioned greatest player of all time. He may be your GOAT, he may even have the best overall case, but the conclusion depends on the standard being used. If you value peak scoring, perimeter defense, and perfect finals conversion, Jordan may be number 1. If you value longevity, versatility, and total career production, LeBron may be number 1. If championships are everything, Russell should be number 1. If MVPs, sustained production, and success across different eras matter most, Kareem belongs near the top. The objective conclusion is not that Jordan was overrated. He was extraordinary. The objective conclusion is that there is no single statistic or accomplishment that permanently places him above every other legend. Jordan missed shots. He lost playoff series. He needed elite teammates and great coaching, just like every other champion. His greatness does not require us to pretend he was flawless. So when somebody says Michael Jordan is unquestionably the greatest basketball player of all time, ask one simple question: by what standard? Because once every standard is applied consistently, the debate does not end with Michael Jordan. That is where the debate begins. This was done for my friend Taylor. Research sources: NBA.com player histories and all-time statistics, basketball reference career, playoff, shooting, and advanced stat pages for Michael Jordan and LeBron James, NBA historical profiles for Bill Russell and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, NBA and Chicago Bulls records for the 1993-94 Bulls.